If your life looks like a collection of unfinished obsessions, this might be the most important psychology lesson you'll ever hear. Maybe there's a guitar gathering dust in the corner, a business idea you never launched, a coding course sitting at 43% complete, 3 books you swore you'd finish, and a brand new hobby you're already excited about. If that's you, you've probably asked yourself the same question over and over again. Why can't I just stick to one thing? Society has a simple explanation. They'll tell you you're distracted, undisciplined, unfocused. They'll repeat the same phrase you've heard your entire life. Jack of all trades, master of none. And after hearing it enough times, you start believing that something is wrong with you. But what if the problem isn't your curiosity? What if the problem is the way you've been taught to think about success? Psychologists have noticed something interesting about people with many interests. They're often not lacking focus. They're processing the world differently. Most people are taught to think in straight lines. Find one thing, master it, stay there forever. But highly curious people don't operate that way. Their minds naturally connect ideas across completely different fields. Innovative people in history weren't specialists, they were collectors. Collectors of experiences, collectors of skills, collectors of perspectives. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The modern world is changing faster than ever. Skills become outdated. Industries evolve. Entire careers disappear almost overnight. And in that kind of environment, being good at only one can actually become a weakness. Think about it. If your identity is built around a single skill, what happens when that skill loses value? Most people panic. But people with multiple interests have something different. Adaptability. They've already spent years learning how to start over, how to learn, how to connect dots, how to move between worlds. And psychology has a name for this advantage. It's called far transfer. Far transfer happens when knowledge from one area of life helps you solve problems in a completely different area. A musician learns pattern recognition. A designer learns visual communication. A programmer learns systems thinking. Separately, those skills seem unrelated. Together, they create something powerful, a perspective that specialists often miss. And this explains why people with many interests often feel like imposters. They compare their Chapter 3 to someone else's Chapter 20. They look at specialists and see depth, but they fail to see the value of breadth, because their greatest strength isn't expertise, it's synthesis. The ability to combine ideas that were never meant to be connected. Now here's the mistake most curious people make. They try to pursue everything at once. The business, the language, the fitness goal, the side project, the new hobby. All at the same time, and eventually they burn out, not because they're incapable, but because they're trying to build 5 lives simultaneously. The people who thrive with many interests understand one simple principle. You don't have to abandon your interests, you have to organize them. Life has seasons. Some seasons are for building, some are for exploring, some are for mastering. You don't need to become everything this year. You just need to decide what's most important right now. And here's the psychology fact nobody talks about. Your unfinished projects are not always evidence of failure. Sometimes they're evidence of exploration, proof that you were searching, testing, learning, gathering pieces of a puzzle that hasn't fully revealed itself yet. So stop treating your curiosity like a character flaw, because the very thing you've been criticizing about yourself may be the thing that makes you adaptable in a world that refuses to stand still. You were never meant to fit perfectly into one box. You were meant to build bridges between boxes. And one day, the connections you're making right now will look a lot less like chaos, and a lot more like a blueprint. So here's the question. What interest have you been apologizing for that you secretly don't want to give up? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy psychology, human behavior, and deeper ways of understanding yourself, subscribe and join us for the next video. You might discover that the things you thought were holding you back are actually the things that make you different.